Knowing when it's time to move on. Knowing when it's time to move on. In any relationship that you have in life, this can damage you, it can hurt you, and you can have baggage because of these relationships that you encounter, no matter if it's friends, family, romantic partner. So I just want to explain when to know when you're ready to move on. And I'm calling myself out on some of this stuff too because I need to move on with some things. But anyway, whenever you have a partner or someone in your family or a friend and you are really close to this person and you all have to go separate ways, and it's not on a positive thing, it's like really messy, really negative, this can leave you with scars, And if you pick at your scars instead of letting them heal, you're just going to constantly bleed onto the next person forever. So this is why you need to know when it's time to move on. If you choose to ignore your pain, ignore your baggage, and just move into the next thing, thinking that is going to clear everything up, you are highly mistaken. Highly mistaken. All you're going to do is cause more problems and pick at that wound one day and then just bleed on to someone else and make your issue their problem. And it might cost you the relationship. It might cost you the friendship. It might cost that reconnection with a family member. So, knowing when to move on, of course, you got to sit down and you've got to heal yourself and you got to make sure to journal. You could talk about it out loud if you want. Talk to God, source, whatever you want to call it. It's always listening. If you want to find ways to get that emotion out and really get it out there so that you can feel it and heal it, because you're not going to heal something if you don't feel something. You got to go through the dark parts, through the hard parts, through the parts that no one likes talking about. So after you've done your healing and you found the person, you've realized your worth is really what it comes down to. After you've done your healing, you've realized your worth, you've learned your lessons, you understand what to involve yourself in, what not to when it comes to people, then it's time to move on. When you realize that that person's name being brought up or a story about them that's recent or something like that no longer affects you, it's time to move on. You have healed. You can now go on and be involved with the world. But that's where the hesitation comes in, and sometimes people don't get back to moving on. And really, you're holding yourself back and you're not doing source a favor. You're doing a disservice by staying away from everyone and not being involved. The whole point of being here is to be involved so you can shine, you can participate, you can be. So it's definitely a primary thing, a primary priority to heal yourself after something that is very damaging and heavy and meant a lot to you. But don't hold yourself back to the point that you lose out on experiencing things that you really want to experience here. Don't miss out on losing the chance to be vulnerable and connect because you're choosing not to move on. You're still stuck on that story. It's okay to learn from that story and to address it to future incidents, but it's not okay to drag that story to be the future incident. Bleed, it does, and it helps nobody. You bleeding on everyone helps nobody. And then these people, then they think there's something wrong with them, and then they get in their head, and then they do whatever, and they become destructive. It's just, you gotta know what you're doing here. Don't bleed on everybody. It's your job to fix. It is your job to fix yourself. No one else's. No one else is gonna heal you. You can go see a person. They're not gonna heal you. You have to do it yourself. They can help you, lead you to the water, but you gotta go drink it. It's all love, everyone. I'm out.